This is the entryway to the new AV Solar project out here on Avenue A. This is the front gate, and the people we'll hear today are the people from MidAmerica, a Warren Buffett company, and SunPower, the people that actually make the solar panels and operate the solar field.
MidAmerican Solar feels very strongly that we want to be good neighbors, and so these events that when we get involved in these projects are designed to get people involved from the local community. And so I'm excited to meet a lot of people and get us started a little bit further down the path of trying to be a good neighbor.
Sure, and for us here, it's kind of a, don't you think, Jill, kind of a good sign to see a company like MidAmerica back up and invest in renewable energy and solar, because of course Warren Buffett has such a international name and a reputation for making money in things like See's candy, you know, that are a staple. And to put that imprimatur, kind of that stamp of approval, is good, because we've seen solar and wind come and go here.
Startup quick.
Yeah, but this kind of gives us some substantial backing, and so I'd be interested to hear about how MidAmerica feels about renewable energy.
Yeah, well, first of all, I would say we're investors, but we're really operators. Mm-hmm. It's a company philosophy and culture. We buy assets to own them for the long haul.
Yeah.
And you'll see today at the groundbreaking or the community celebration that we've moved 3 of our longer term employees here. They're moving to the area.
Oh, good.
Buying homes, getting involved in the schools and soccer, teams,
Rotary Club,
all that stuff.
Okay,
and,
sure.
And then we've hired 3 local folks to come to work for us. So we'll have 6-7 people working out here full time for MidAmerican Solar. And our culture really is one to buy assets and hold on to them for the long haul.
Yes.
And that really comes from the way that Berkshire invests in assets, and so the way that you'll hear us talk about it is we're buying a power plant, really, as we see it. We're an operating company that will produce energy for a long time, and we're going to be here a long time. That's the way that we view these projects. So, so this whole community celebration is about getting to know everybody and starting to open the lines of communication so that we can work together over a long haul. We've already, even though we don't at the time, we've been to, I can't tell you, a number of community meetings. Rosamond Community Service District, I think we've attended just about every meeting, with sometimes with SunPower.
Yes.
Some of the other local groups we've been involved in, and we're just going to continue to grow. We've just hired a community relations specialist.
Oh, good.
Who I believe lives in Kern County. And so she will be responsible for helping us get involved in the community in ways that we can really help. And we'll contribute. We contribute money to causes that need it. But I think the other thing that you'll see is because we're in this for the long haul, we'll also contribute time and energy, and that's, to me, it probably just as important. So we'll put together a full plan on how to get involved with the community and stakeholders and how to develop relationships. And
sure, and we were very impressed locally with SunPower and your job fair. Yeah. Which you see generated 2,000 or 3,000 people standing in line, and but you did it the right way. Well, you put ads in the print publications, which then went online, and so the word got around. Good. So that was a good first step. Yeah, we worked hard with SunPower. They're a first-class organization. They've got great technology, but they've also got a good group of people. And I know executives from SunPower, and I know many of the people that are on the projects team, and we're just pleased to
to be working with them on this project. And their focus on the community should be at this stage probably pretty apparent. They've spent a lot of time here even before we bought the yeah.
But MidAmerica operates plants in many states, 26 states I think I read,
Yes, sir.
and provides countless millions of electrical hookups already.
That's correct.
Yes, and so
we have a MidAmerican Energy Holdings Company, which is the direct affiliate, if you will, of or subsidiary of Berkshire Hathaway. It's a multifaceted energy company. We have hydroelectric assets in the Philippines and Hawaii. We've got I think it's the second or third largest transmission grid in the United Kingdom that we operate under a Northern Power Grid. And then, of course, we've got Northern Natural Gas, Kern River Natural Gas, which is out of Salt Lake and one of the biggest exporters of energy into California from a gas perspective. And then we've got regulated utilities, MidAmerican Energy Company, Pacific Core. So it's a multifaceted energy company. I think we have somewhere in the neighborhood of 16,000 employees, and so it's a very big, very diverse company.
Well,
we're very focused on energy generation and delivery.
Yeah, well, we certainly want to welcome you to the high desert.
Thank you very much.
In the Antelope Valley and Rosamond and Mojave and every place, and you'll find us good neighbors also back.
Well, the message that you'll hear today from me is somewhat simple. We feel like we have to earn your trust.
Okay.
We do that by working hard and keeping communication open. And so, for those of you that are out there listening, if you've got problems, we're going to be very open to your concerns and do our level best to try to fix them. So, appreciate the opportunity.
You bet. Thank you very much for the time.
Thank you.
Well, Howard, this isn't China Lake. This is much bigger, but I understand that project's a success, and every indication is this one also. And SunPower's involvement kind of gives an imprimatur or a stamp of approval to this project, which is disjointed. It's not all in one piece of property. It's all over the place. So welcome today, and what are your insights about this project?
Well, we're thrilled to be here today to inaugurate the first megawatt of the Antelope Valley Solar Projects. We're going to build a total of 547 megawatts AC.
Wow.
And so it's over 25 times the size of the China Lake project, which is a great project.
Yes.
But obviously this is a much larger project.
Sure. And you conducted a job fair recently which drew between 2,000 and 3,000 people, and made it easy to do a Rosamond News front page that week, because we rarely see that many people except at the local high school graduation.
Yes, well, we were thrilled with the turnout. As you mentioned, 2,000 to 3,000, or over 2,500 people showed up for the job fair. And it's not the quantity of people, it's also the quality of the people. And we just have a great pool of resources to choose from. We're going to hire a lot of those folks. We wish we could hire all of them. But at our peak, we'll have around 650 people that we're going to hire. We're thrilled with getting the local, creating local jobs for this project.
And the efficiency of your panels is way up there in the industry, over 20%, I think. Can you bring me up to speed on that?
Yeah, we have the world's highest efficiency solar panel.
Yes.
It's over 20% efficiency. We've been working on this technology for 30 years, or almost 30 years. Our company was founded in 1985, so it's been a long road, but we're really happy to be producing these panels in a large scale. So projects like the Antelope Valley project here enable us to achieve scale and achieve economies of production. So we're able to create larger manufacturing facilities and really drive the cost of the technology down while innovating and delivering really high efficiency, high performing panels.
Sure, sure. And you bring solid investors to the industry, and MetLife and now Warren Buffett and MidAmerican and so forth. That really gives a stamp of approval to to these projects that we who live here have seen come and go for 30 years. We've seen wind come, solar come and go, but now it seems like it's going to stay.
Well, working with MidAmerican Energy, which is a Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway company, does provide that stamp of approval on this project. They're a very careful investor. And
sees candy and things like that never go away.
That's right. They invest in things that have durable, sustainable business models that are going to deliver returns for their shareholders. And so having that company invest in this project and be the project owner is really great for our company, is SunPower, but it's also great for the solar industry, because I think it means that solar really has arrived at a large scale. And this is the largest solar development in the world.
Really?
Yes, it is. And so this is
Spain and those people, we're still the biggest.
This project where you're standing right here today is the largest solar development in the world.
Wow. Wow. Well, congratulations and welcome again to the high desert, and best of luck.
Thank you so much, John.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Fox. We're here at this new solar energy project that's split county. But not split state. It's all in California, but half in, well, a quarter in LA County and 3/4 in Kern County. What are your feelings about renewable energy?
Well, the whole thing is fantastic. It's going to create 650 jobs. So we're putting people to work. It's also going to lower the price of electricity. This is one of the largest projects you're going to see in the state. And I'm very happy that it came to our area, to our assembly district. People from LA and Kern County are both going to get jobs. How I feel about this is fantastic.
Good. And over the years, now you've held public office at many levels. Did you ever think you would see a day like today when Warren Buffett would be standing out here on Avenue A with his representatives and investing here?
No, I think this is the trend to come. California, we're going to bring, I'm on the jobs committee for the assembly. We're going to bring more jobs, more business to California. It's a simple formula. You help business get here, you help them make a profit, you turn them into your partner. They're going to create jobs. It's that easy. And that's the formula we're using. I'm glad he's here, I'm glad he's investing, and this is just a start. We're going to bring a lot more businesses to our state.
Sure. Now, how do you find the assembly? You've had a chance to get acclimated. Do you feel that you can have really an influence?
Honestly, I think I'm a fish in water. I'm doing great. I'm getting along with all the other individuals. I'm actually the person who's in the center of the aisle. The Republicans come to my office to see what they can get co-sponsored. Because most of their bills are killed in committee. And the Democrats tend to like me. So I'm actually the center, the one person who goes back and forth in the aisle. I got a couple things out of committee for the Republicans. And then my bill to create jobs by bringing drone building research to our state, that was passed 63-1 bipartisan support.
Congratulations.
So far everything's successful, and as far as I'm concerned, thumbs up to everything.
Sure. And you don't mind the travel back and forth?
I'm getting used to it. It actually wears on you, and all the greenery and allergies and all that other good stuff, but I spent a lot of time in the Capitol, a lot of time in committee researching, getting ready for the bills, getting ready for the committees. I'm so busy, sometimes I just forget everything else around except what I got to get done.
Good. Well, you're doing a great job so far. Keep up the good work.
Well, God bless you, and I'm here to help.
Okay, thanks. This is the crowd getting ready to come into the lunch tent here, and we have a bus of VIPs coming this way. And everything is set up pretty well. Over here are the panels that they'll be dedicating today. We're here inside the VIP tent, and here is our Assemblyman, Mr. Fox, with the President of the RMAC, the President of the Rosamond Chamber, Chamber Director.
And if we can, we'll ask everybody to sit down. We're going to have a short little communication program here, so I didn't know that I needed it that quiet. But good afternoon. My name's Paul Caudill. I'm president of MidAmerican Solar, and we're just happy to be here today as a group and invite everybody from the community here to participate with us. Hopefully have a hopefully have a little lunch and enjoy the day. On behalf of MidAmerican Solar and SunPower, the teams, I'd like to thank everybody for taking time out today to join us at what we really are calling a community celebration. This is really not about SunPower, not about MidAmerican, but it's about you as our neighbors, and we're just pleased that you could be here with us. Our goal at MidAmerican Solar is fairly simple, fairly straightforward. We want to earn your trust and become good neighbors. To us, being a good neighbor means a lot of things, but we operate on what we call core principles. And to us, that being a good neighbor starts with a commitment to personnel safety, environmental respect, customer service, operational excellence, a commitment to keep the lines of communication open as we go through a project of this size, and then also a commitment to the community that we're involved in. They're not just words to our MidAmerican employees, these are core principles. We lead with them every single day. This project's going to be around for a long time. It's large, it's a complex effort, and we know that things are not going to be perfect every single day. So what we'd like to be able to do is to be able to respond quickly with you to issues that aren't going the way that you feel that they need to be going. And I might mention the plant's going to be here for a long time, and so will MidAmerican Solar. This is not something that we've invested in to turn around. We intend to be here as long as the plant is here, unless something just completely dramatic changes in the business environment. And that's been I'll call it a philosophy that starts all the way at the top of our company. Constructively confront issues when they come up. Good neighbors don't let problems fester. They raise them as you would with a neighbor where you live, and you address them to the mutual benefit of everybody. So the message that I'd like to get to you folks that are neighbors to this project are, we're open to issues and concerns that you have, and we would like you to bring them up for us. We're just excited as we can be to have SunPower as a partner. SunPower's got some of the leading technology in the business, which we're excited to have here at the plant. But I think more importantly, SunPower has a great team of people that work for them. And so we're just really looking forward to the next 20, 25 years of operation here with SunPower. And with that, I'd like to introduce a person who's been involved in the solar business a lot longer than I have. Has been fantastic. He's not only a good leader, but a great friend, and that's Howard Winger, President of SunPower.
Such a pleasure to be here today. It's a historic day for our company, SunPower, and for the solar industry and the energy industry, because a plant of this size and scale really is emblematic of where solar energy is in the spectrum of power technologies. We are now competing directly with conventional, traditional fuels. So it's really exciting to be inaugurating this first megawatt of a 579 megawatt solar project development. These two projects together represent the world's largest solar development. So SunPower, our headquarters in San Jose, so we're a Silicon Valley company. So it's an interesting combination between MidAmerican and SunPower. It's Silicon Valley innovation meets MidAmerican or Midwest values, and it's a great combination. It's such an honor to be working with visionaries like Bill Furman and Paul Caudill of MidAmerican. They're great partners. They are a Berkshire Hathaway company and a Warren Buffett company, and so very fair, but very tough. And in terms of doing deals together, and we really appreciate working with them. Great partner. This project is really about two things. It's about jobs, and it's about clean energy. And this project will generate enough clean energy to offset the emissions of 3 million vehicles over the 20-year life of the project. So it's a really substantial achievement. It takes a huge team to deliver a project. Paul mentioned it's a complex project. We have a fantastic team between the two companies. We're going to deliver a first-class project. We have a lot of experience as a company. I'll speak about that in a moment. But it really takes a lot of people to push the frontiers of energy and science and development of a project of this magnitude, working together to push renewable energy in the state of California and meet those goals. So thank you very much.
And it's our goal as a company, we are a utility as well on the regulated side of the business. It's our goal to provide Southern California Edison the best service we possibly can as an energy provider. So with that, I'll introduce David Cox, who is the manager of contracts with Southern California Edison.
So basically, SCE has a power purchase agreement with these two projects. We're the buyer, and of course, the projects are the seller for this energy. And in every energy contract of this type, SCE views its counterparties as our partners. And because of that, on behalf of SCE and my senior management, I just want to say congratulations to Paul and his team and the SunPower team for getting this project this far along. You might ask, why the celebration? Well, unfortunately, from the SCE side, we've been tasked with quite an endeavor to be able to get the infrastructure in place to be able to bring all this renewable power into reality, basically. And so we're here to celebrate with you guys. It truly is an endeavor. We've witnessed 6 out of 10 developers be successful to date, which unfortunately that leaves 4 out of 10 that don't make it. The challenges that you guys have overcome are just tremendous, and we recognize that. It can be we've seen projects fail from any number of reasons, and it seems like every step of the way has its own challenges. And so to get a project of this size, this far, it's tremendous. This is a day to celebrate. SCE's been working diligently to be able to get as much renewables as we can operating and delivering energy. And so currently we're already at the 20% mark for our goals. Well, with the addition of this project, with that timing, it puts us well on the way to achieving that 33% goal that's coming right down the road. Lastly, just to put some numbers around this, of that 33% goal, this project on its own will provide about 7% of that 33%. So this project's very important, not only for Southern California Edison, but for California. And that's really all it
was. We have contracts not just with Southern California Edison, but we also have contracts with the California Independent System Operator, the group that actually manages all of these transmission assets here in the state of California. And so we've got Mr. Thomas Doty, who's a Director of Customer Service and Stakeholder Affairs with us here today to talk a little bit about that. I do want to, I'm sorry, Tom, I got one thing I want to do. And,
you want to sign a contract?
No. We've already got 2. But there's another person that came today that has been just hugely helpful, not just to us here on this project, but also our other facilities, and that's Mitchell Ford, who's back here in the back. Mitchell Ford is our account manager, and Mitchell, we just left the question. So with that, Tom Doty from System Operator.
Thank you so much, Paul. Folks, thank you so much. It's really a treat for us to be here today. I'm going to bet that about 60% of the people in the room don't know what the Cal ISO is. You buy your power most likely from a utility like Edison, And you really don't know where it goes before it arrives at your switch. It goes through us. The ISO is the state's bulk power grid operator. We both plan the grid and operate it, and we operate California's wholesale electric markets. We do that so that the grid remains in balance. Every 4 seconds of every day, the grid must be balanced, supply and demand. And when you hear on the radio, California officials ask you to reduce power today, now you know who that is. Good to meet you all. You know, MidAmerican and the ISO have been working together closely on a number of projects, including the subject of today's celebration. As both Paul and Howard will attest, the task of planning and permitting and building and commissioning a major project like this, it's not easy. So I'm here today to stand in celebration, but also in acknowledgement of a heck of a job well done by a tremendous group of people. And I want to start my remarks with a round of applause for this group. We're starting to weave a wire through the West. Imagine now taking the combination of these beautiful, clean, environmental plants and combining that with a grid that reaches into other areas, so that when power is available in one area, we can call on it. When we have power available in our area, our neighbors can call on that. It's an entirely new paradigm for our industry, and we couldn't be more happy to be working with MidAmerican and Pacific Corp on that project. So I want to end with this statement. MidAmerican knows that the call for renewable generation is about creating great projects like the one we're celebrating today, but it's also about integrating a region in a way that capitalizes on winds that blow differently in other areas, sun that shines differently, sun that rises at different times in different areas. This is a new world we're embarking on here today, and I think you should be excited not only to be here as part of this plant, but also as part of an entirely new grid that's being built through this collaboration. So Paul, thank you so much. Thanks for answering our state's call, and congratulations on a super project.
We've got 3 of our legislators here. And the first I'd like to introduce is Gene Fuller, who is a state senator. Gene?
Well, first of all, I would like to, I'm going to stand on my toes here because I'm going to be the shortest one today. How nice.
See how we put together?
This is great. It's very strategic. I love this. Thank you. I'd just like to say that for those of you who know me, you know that my husband's family farm is just down around Fairmont, and so we drive by here and have watched the project grow and are very excited. His family's lived in this area for a long, long time, and we're very excited about the jobs, and we're very excited about the kinds of people that work these jobs, really, really highly skilled, motivated, future-thinking people. And we're really thankful to all of you in this tent who are either willing to take on this project or come here to help with this project or be from someplace else and make this project work. Because to get jobs of this nature, it takes almost an international effort. And to be the largest clean power generator in the world is really exciting for Kern and LA County, and I'm speaking on behalf of Steve and Steve here.
Jean's the vice chair of rules, so she gets to run the Senate from time to time. And let me tell you, when a school teacher is running the Senate, nobody says anything. We just sit there. But we love having Jean, and her being vice chair of energy is a great voice for us. I also sit on the energy committee, and it's one of those places where an awful lot of things get done. Unlike some of our other committees, we seem to be a little bit less partisan in energy and a little bit more maybe forward thinking, maybe understanding what the people need. My thoughts today are thanks. Thank you for bringing this project here. You know, it was identified as the Mojave Desert is the best place on the planet to have this type of activity. Those aren't my words, those are from the industry. That's why the Mojave Desert is getting so many of these projects. We love having them out here in the Antelope Valley, in Kern County and in LA County. I had to tell Gene that I know I'm in Kern right now, but LA is right there, so I'm close enough. Don't say that I'm not in my district, but we work so closely together that we do this. We share the base, we share many other areas out here, and the Antelope Valley is kind of a family environment. Okay, so if I can have the AV Solar team.
When I was up in Sacramento with one of my colleagues, I will tell you they were very, very excited to participate, and we're very glad to have him here.
One of the first things I requested when I was elected was to put on the Jobs Committee. My whole goal is to bring jobs to our area. We need to show business that we're their partner. It's a real simple concept. If you help business, they're going to hire more people. It's a simple concept, and I've been pushing that in the State Assembly. One of the bills that I was just able to get through was to have this area and put an application forward to request this area be identified as a corridor to be able to build drones and bring approximately 100,000 more jobs to our area. Now this project also is another area that brings jobs. But before I talk about that, I wanted to point out that yes, it's going to be reduced by 30%, the carbon emissions. In fact, this project will reduce 775,000 tons of carbon emissions to help our environment per year when this project is done. It will also reduce the cost of the kilowatt. Now I'm hoping, and I will help push them, that since they're going to get such a reduction in the cost of creating the kilowatt, that hopefully some of that savings will be passed on to us, the consumer. Now the most important resource we have is you. We have you, the workers, you, the individuals who can help put those 650 jobs to work. So I want to thank the different agencies for helping to create those jobs. We will do whatever it takes to help you to create more jobs. Thank you.
This is going east on Avenue A here on a Monday morning, the 29th of April, 2013. And the SunPower MidAmerican Solar Project, covering about 3,500 acres, the largest in the world, 579 megawatts, is going in rapidly. Over here on the right, you can see power poles by the truckload and wire, and the drivers standing waiting. But these guys don't mess around. This is a Warren Buffett company, MidAmerican, and SunPower, and when they bought it and got their contract with Edison, power purchase agreement, they're anxious to get this project built out. As you drive along this road, you can see the barley stubble still in the ground, coming up, but the solar panels are coming up faster. These are tracking panels. They track one way, and this then, according to the president of SunPower, allows them to be 20% more efficient than panels that don't track. And of course, these projects are big. This one goes on 3,500 acres in this phase, but in the early days they said it was about 4,500 acres. Stands for the panels spread out across this field here on a Monday morning, and this is jobs, this is employment. This is what Assemblyman Fox said he was most interested in. about the project, and that was the jobs that it would provide for local people.